What if the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs had somehow missed Earth? Would dinosaurs still be alive today? And what would our world look like? Buckle up, because you're about to discover a world so alien that it would make science fiction look boring. If that cosmic rock had sailed harmlessly past our planet 66 million years ago, Earth today would be absolutely unrecognizable. We're talking about a planet where massive creatures still thunder across the landscape, where the very concept of human civilization never existed, and where evolution took a completely different path. Let's start with the obvious reality check. Dinosaurs had already been the dominant life forms on Earth for a staggering 165 million years when that asteroid hit. To put that in perspective, we humans have only been around for about 300,000 years. These weren't struggling animals barely hanging on to survival. They were the undisputed masters of their world, having survived ice ages, volcanic eruptions, rising seas, and dramatic climate shifts that would have wiped out countless other species. So what would these ancient rulers look like in the modern world? Here's where things get fascinating. The dinosaurs we picture from movies and museums would be nothing like the creatures roaming Earth today. Tyrannosaurus rex and Triceratops lived at the very end of the age of dinosaurs, but evolution never stops. After 66 million additional years of natural selection, adaptation, and environmental pressure, these animals would have transformed in ways we can barely imagine. Think about how different a modern wolf is from its ancient ancestors, or how whales evolved from land mammals. Now multiply that level of change by millions of decades. We might be looking at dinosaurs with completely new body plans, bizarre adaptations we've never seen, and survival strategies that would blow our minds. Some might have developed echolocation, like bats. Others could have evolved complex social structures, and who knows what kind of sensory abilities they might have acquired. But here's the kicker that most people don't think about. If dinosaurs had survived, you wouldn't be here to wonder about them. Neither would I. In fact, humans, as we know them, would never have existed at all. The small, furry mammals that eventually gave rise to our primate ancestors only got their big break when the dinosaurs disappeared. Without that mass extinction event, mammals would have remained small, relatively simple creatures living in the shadows of their giant reptilian overlords. The mammals that did exist alongside dinosaurs were about the size of shrews and rats. They were survival specialists, not empire builders. Dinosaurs had already claimed all the major ecological niches that large mammals would later fill. There were no mammalian elephants, no horses, no whales, no apes, and definitely no humans. The evolutionary pressure and opportunity that led to our big brains and complex societies simply wouldn't have existed. This creates one of the most mind-bending aspects of our alternate reality. Without mammals taking over after the extinction, Earth's entire evolutionary story would have been rewritten. The age of dinosaurs would never have ended. Instead, it would have continued for another 66 million years, with these incredible creatures diversifying and adapting in ways that would make our current understanding of life on Earth seem quaint. And that brings us to one of the most intriguing questions of all. Could dinosaurs have eventually developed intelligence? Could there have been a species of dinosaur that built cities, developed technology, and pondered the mysteries of the universe? The answer might surprise you, and it involves some cutting-edge research that challenges everything we thought we knew about dinosaur brains and intelligence. Recent research has revealed something absolutely shocking about dinosaur intelligence that completely changes this story. When scientists analyzed the brain-to-body ratios of large theropod dinosaurs like Tyrannosaurus rex, they discovered these animals could have housed between 2 and 3 billion neurons in their brains. That's roughly equivalent to a baboon. We're not talking about simple-minded killing machines here. These were potentially highly intelligent creatures with complex problem-solving abilities. But here's where the plot thickens. If dinosaurs had continued evolving for another 66 million years, could one of them have eventually developed human-level intelligence? Could we be looking at a world ruled by dinosaur civilizations instead of human ones? The possibility isn't as far-fetched as you might think, but it comes with a massive caveat that paleontologists are only now beginning to understand. The most famous example of this idea came from paleontologist Dale Russell back in the 1980s. He looked at a small dinosaur called Stenonychosaurus and noticed something remarkable. This creature had a brain 6 times larger than other dinosaurs of its era. Russell wondered what might have happened if this trend had continued, and he created a hypothetical creature he called the Dinosauroid. Picture a humanoid reptile with large eyes, 3-fingered hands, and a massive brain case. It sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, but Russell was dead serious about the scientific possibility. However, modern research suggests that Russell might have overly optimistic. The fundamental problem lies in how dinosaur brains were organized compared to mammalian brains. Over 350 million years of separate evolution, mammals and dinosaurs developed completely different approaches to intelligence. Mammalian brains evolved something called the neocortex, which works like a modular supercomputer. Want more processing power? Just add more modules. It's incredibly efficient and scalable. Dinosaur brains, on the other hand, organize cognitive functions in a fundamentally different way. Even the smartest dinosaurs would have been roughly equivalent to modern emus or ostriches, and there's no evidence suggesting they could have ever developed the kind of scalable intelligence that led to human civilization. So while our alternate Earth might have been populated by incredibly diverse and sophisticated dinosaurs, the chances of them building cities or developing technology remain vanishingly small. So there you have it, Marcus. In a world where dinosaurs never went extinct, we'd be looking at a planet ruled by highly evolved reptilian giants, with no humans, no mammals as we know them, and evolutionary pathways we can barely comprehend. It's a reminder that our existence hinges on one cosmic accident that changed everything. Sometimes the most profound questions lead us to appreciate just how extraordinary and improbable our own story really is.